Good morning, church. How's everyone? Good, good. As Pastor Jaren said, I'm up here to talk about Haiti and my trip there. So, I'll be highlighting the conditions that we had to deal with there. So, bear with me. I'm going to try and go from day one to the day we left. Initially, when we landed there, the second we stepped out of the flight, a heat wave just hits our faces. And I mean, most of us been to India, so I figured this is like similar to India. We could deal with it. But let me tell you guys, India is like a five-star hotel compared to Haiti. Okay, um, the heat is unbearable. Like you're constantly sweating, like doing nothing. You're just constantly sweating. So we get out of the flight, and on the flight there, Pastor Jaren was telling us how his bag had so much food, tuna, chocolate. So we're all telling ourselves, okay, so we'll be good, food wise we'll be fine for the week because again we don't have access to food there. We didn't know how many meals we were going to get there in the orphanage. It was only 2 meals a day, so after lunch from 3 to when we go to sleep we don't have food. It's up to us. So we get to baggage claim, and Pastor Jaren's baggage goes missing. We don't know where it is. So the whole time we're talking about all the food Pastor Jaren had, we get up there and there is no Pastor Jaren's baggage. So already at that point, we're already rationing the food that we're supposed to give to the people there. We're figuring out what we should take and what we should give to them. So collectively as a team, we decided to take just a little bit of food just to survive and give most of the food we brought back to them. So we get to the orphanage, and could everyone go side to side like this for me? That's what the bus feels like there. It's the ride there, to best describe it, we all called it a seasons pass to Wonderland we didn't want. It felt like a roller coaster. On top of that, like 401 traffic. So combine those two, that's what the bus ride feels like. And each ride is at least 3 hours because of the traffic. So it ranged anywhere from 3 to 7 hours on the bus. And again, it's hot, we barely have any food, and we don't know where we're going at this point. So we finally get to the orphanage. The second we step down, all the kids there come running towards us. I've never seen kids that happy to see people. Like Pastor Jane said, they would not leave us. If they hugged us, they wouldn't let go of us. That's how happy they were to see us. So when we saw that, we all got our spirits back up. Like we forgot that we barely had any food for the week. We didn't know when the baggage was coming. So we get to the orphanage, and we see the girls had a separate room and the guys had a separate room. So the girls had their own washroom. We had to share the washroom with the team that was living there. And we knew that all of us wouldn't have beds. So me and Pastor Jaren decided we'll get a mattress and we'll sleep on the floor. That was a big mistake. I'll get to that later. So we didn't actually have a bed frame to sleep on. So on the first night, we get there, we're eating lunch with the kids. Everything's okay. Like we're figuring out like there's food and stuff, but these people have to deal with it every day. So we can't complain about not having food. And also there's a stash of food in the boys' room that we have to stare at, that we have to give to the kids. So even when we're hungry, we can't touch it because it's just staring right into our faces. So after lunch we play with the kids, we're all sweating. So we're thinking, okay, let's go take a shower now. We get to the washrooms, there's no water. We don't have water for the showers. So the first night, I don't think a lot of us showered. We had to ration the water. And the situation with water, how it works is there is no shower. What you have to do is you have to walk in the back of the orphanage, fill up a bucket of water, and carry it with you to shower. So the first night, most of us didn't shower. We go to sleep. And like Pastor Jaren said, there were a lot of mosquitoes there. Like mosquitoes were like our best friends at that point. And then Pastor Jaren said, like, we would pray 3, 4 a.m. to God. And most of the time we're praying that God eliminate all the mosquitoes in that country because we needed to sleep. We'd wake up every 2 to 3 hours because of heat, mosquitoes, cockroaches crawling on our body in the middle of the night. Me and Pastor Jaren, since we didn't have a bed frame, we were the prime victims. Like one of the nights we woke up because we thought there was a bullet, like someone fired a bullet. It was Pastor Jaren killing mosquitoes in the middle of the night. Like the whole orphanage woke up. We had no idea what's going on. Like every night, me and Pastor Jaren had like a sandal and a water bottle. Those are our weapons for the night. We go to World War III every night at around like 4 or 5 a.m. And the best part about going to Haiti and the living conditions, the people that we went with, I think God chose all of us on purpose because we all had each other. Like we became a close knit family. Like I remember, the best way to get through Haiti is sarcasm, and Pastor Jaron was the number one sarcastic guy there. Every day we'd wake up, and again, the food condition wasn't good. So you'd wake up, he's like, Nathan, wake up. There's chicken biryani ready for us. Let's go. What do you want? KFC, McDonald's? Just tell them. So fast forward to a couple days. The electricity situation there, how it works is there's a generator. So if the generator doesn't work, we only have 1 hour of electricity for the whole day. So in that 1 hour, all we do is charge our phones, charge the fan for the night, and if the fan dies, then we don't have any air conditioning coming. So again, it's really hot there, and on top of that, you have to deal with the mosquitoes. First 3 or 4 days, the generator did not work. So we either had to deal with the mosquitoes or heat, but in this situation, we had to deal with both. So first 3 or 4 days, we didn't sleep as well, and a lot of us did wake up in the middle of the night dealing with the situation. But again, we didn't complain. Our team dealt with the conditions. We were like, they called us Haitians at the end of the 7 days because we were so used to what we had to deal with there. No electricity. The drinking water situation, we had to use a bottled water. We can't use the water there because 60% of the water is contaminated. And Pastor James constantly told us, don't compromise on water. If you don't have bottled water to drink, don't drink it. So a couple days after, with the orphanage, we're getting used to it. We walk around, and the conditions that we see, like Haiti is the, like if not one of the poorest, I think is the poorest country in the world. I could be wrong, but the conditions there is very, very bad. Like you could see, if we thought our orphanage was bad, but when we walked around doing street ministry, praying for people, it was extremely bad. It was extremely sad to see because they're in a small little house. Their houses could range from like my wingspan. That's how big their houses were. And it's super hot in there. They don't even have fans. Most of them didn't have fans because they're in poverty. They can't afford fans. So we did become very thankful for everything that we have here and in the orphanage. So again, we didn't complain as much. We just dealt with the situation. At the end of the 5 days, we left the orphanage to go to another site, to another place to play. Again, the bus ride, it was like we're all over. It was like when you toss salad and like we're the particles in the salad. We were just getting tossed around everywhere. You can't sleep on the bus because it's either traffic or you're not in the best conditions of roads. So the last couple days, we went to this mountain site where there was Pastor Ronnie. He had a school, he had an orphanage there, he had a medical site, and it was in the middle of like a deserted, like it was super hot. It was like in the middle of the mountains. So looking out, we all told ourselves like it's such a depressing place to look at because it's in the middle of nowhere. Like you don't, for water situation, it's worse than the orphanage. So when we got to the place we're staying at, we were staying in the top of the mountains, and how the water worked is a mule will bring us water in the morning. So a whole bucket of water for the whole house. And we came with the full team. So it was our team and the team from the orphanage and the team Ronnie had, Pastor Ronnie had. So I remember showering there was the hardest because we had one scoop to rinse ourselves, put soap on, another scoop just to take the soap off. So you had 2 scoops to shower with the whole day. So all of us had to deal with that. And then we also did experience the richer side of Haiti. We went to Pastor Ronnie's house, and it's like day and night. The poverty distribution between the income distribution is very, very sad to see. So the conditions we lived at, as hard as it was, we honestly, I wouldn't change anything. The life lessons that we learned there, how thankful we are for electricity. Like I remember when I came back to Toronto. Check. Okay, good. I remember when I came back to Toronto, in the middle of the night, I woke up thinking, oh, when's the electricity going back? And I had to remind myself I'm back in Toronto. I don't have to deal with that. The water, I can just go downstairs, use the water. Food was everywhere. So, again, please keep us in your prayers. Please keep the country of Haiti, the people there in prayers, the situation in prayers. And I'd like to thank you for this time.